Okay, so we're looking at similar triangles, and I've got some people here who are going to give a shout out for you.
Hi guys! Good luck! Have fun in maths!
Similar shapes are cool.
Okay, so that was some girls who were just randoms in the classroom. Okay, so looking at similar shapes, similar figures, basically it's going to turn into triangles, but we start with similar figures. So similar figures are identical figures except the size has changed. So here I've got a picture of what the kids told me is Johnny Depp, and I've dragged him so this picture's the same in proportion, but he's got bigger. And so this is a similar picture, but the ratio of the sides has changed. And this ratio is called the scale factor. So copy that and come across. Okay, to work out the scale factor, what we have to do is we have to divide the corresponding sides. If the scale factor is bigger than 1, we've enlarged it. If the scale factor is less than 1, we've reduced it. And if the scale factor equals 1, we've got congruent shapes. So in the second shape down here, Johnny Depp has been squashed. He's still got the same height, okay? He's still got the same height, but I've moved him sideways, so it's not a similar picture anymore. So these figures down the bottom are not similar. Okay, so just copy that section there and come across when you're ready. Okay, so there's 4 tests of similarity. We're just doing triangles. There were 4 tests with congruency, and there are 4 tests with similarity. The first test is AAA. Okay, so that's quite straightforward. All the angles have to be the same, so whatever these angles are going to be the same, but the triangle is going to be bigger. So that's the easy one. But to prove AAA, we've got to use a number of geometrical features. Sometimes the angles might be given, sometimes the angles might be common, sometimes the angles might be corresponding, sometimes the angles might be alternate, those sort of ideas. Okay? So you have a whole heap of reasons why angles might be the same, they're not just straightforward. Okay, so in this particular one, these ones, they gave them to you. Okay, all these angles were given to you, so it would be given. Okay, the second test that we're looking at is triple S, and there is a triple S incongruency, but in this one, it's not the sides are the same, but the ratio of the sides. So if you're looking at side 1 in the first and side 1 in the second, whatever they divide to would be the same as the second side divided and the third side divided. Okay, these numbers are going to be your scale factor. Okay, so copy that and come across when you're ready. Okay, we're back again. So the next one is another SAS test, which is the same as congruency, except this time the SAS test is the angles are the same, which is straightforward, but the ratio of the sides. So that ratio and whatever this ratio is C, or whatever the side is, the ratio of the sides, again, that's going to be your scale factor. Okay, but you've got an angle in between. So the angle, this word included just means in between. Okay, so copy that one and come across, and we'll do the last test. Okay, so the last test is this RHS, and the R stands for right angle, the H stands for the hypotenuse. Okay, so you have to have the hypotenuse and one other side. So it's the right angle, the hypotenuse, and one other side. And these last two have to be in the same ratio. Okay, so that's that same scale factor. So in this particular case, the scale factor is going to be a half. Okay, or the scale factor could be 2 if you're enlarging the picture. Okay, so copy that and come across. Okay, so we're looking for this in this example for a pair of similar triangles. Now we don't have all the sides, we don't have all the angles, so we're going to use the SAS test. Okay, so looking, we've got 30 degrees, 30 degrees, 30 degrees, so they've all got the same angle, and what we're going to do is test whether these two are the same, or these two are the same, or second and third's the same. Now what we're doing is we look at the number 10, which is the biggest number, and the number 15, so 10 over 15 equals 2/3, and then 6 over 9 equals 2/3. So they're the same numbers, so those triangles are similar. Okay. Looking at the next ones, I've made a mistake, and I'm going to rub that out there. So the ratio 6 over 15 equals 2/5. Okay, so we're looking at 10 going with 20, which is a half, and 6 going with 15, which is 2/5. They're not the same, so they're not similar. And then testing 2 and 3, we're going to put 15 with 20, which is 3/4, and then 9 goes with 15, which is 2/3. Those fractions are not the same. Those numbers are not the same. Those numbers are not the same. Those were the same. Okay, so the triangles 1 and 2 are the similar triangles. Okay, copy that and come across when you're ready. Okay, so in this next one we have to prove that triangle ABC is similar to CDE. Okay, so we have to use a proof. Now we've got no numbers, so we've got no sides. There's no numbers, so the only test we can use is AAA. Okay, we can't use side, side, side. There's no numbers. Okay, so what we've got is the angle at A and the angle at D have the same stroke mark, so that means that they're equal and they're given. Okay, so you could just say angle A equals angle D because there's only one angle, or you could say CAB, which is the middle letter, equals CDE. Okay, but otherwise you could just say angle A equals angle D, and it was given to you in the diagram. Okay, now the next one is the angle at C equals the angle at C because we've got vertically opposite. As soon as you see a cross, you've got vertically opposite angles. So we've got, I'll just change colour so you can see it clearly. So we've got ACB equals DCE, ACB equals DCE. So it's this angle here at C on both sides, and the reason is vertically opposite angles are equal. And then once you've got two angles the same, then this angle must be the same as this angle. Once you've got once two angles are the same, then the third angle must be the same. Okay, and then you've got triangle ABC. Now that symbol there is the symbol for similar. Okay, so copy that and come across, and that's it. So exercise, depending on what textbook, who you are. If you're year 9s, you're using exercise 5C from the purple book. Okay. Thanks. That's it. Bye.